for him to try and push past that Orisa barrier, working off the statue there. Wall goes up. They actually caught fusions off, but they're not looking for the Orisa right now in space. 3 kills on the Diva. We talked about him in the pre-game, and he shows up in a big way. With a mini Diva down, and Blase is not looking good for the Uprising, and the Valiant really punctuate their point in quite an explosive manner. Some stall now from Stellar as he moves up onto the point of Sombra. The rest of the Uprising are too far away. And I think it's safe to say that Space saved the round for the Valiant there. Approach the point.
Another barrage here for Agilities as well. See if he's able to land a big one. Goes around the backside here. So Blase gets taken out before he gets rematched.
Yeah.
So he actually thought about using the barrage there. Holds onto it.
But now Agility has to be that much more careful. Boston still want to play in the corner. This time they had the McCree to make it a little bit riskier for the Farah. Kareem though. Oh, Kareem gets himself 3. It opens up with a biotic grenade, and he just goes absolutely ham. Put that one in Doa's bloodthirsty supports. Fusion's now going to get cut down to the Valiant.
The point there for a second, but let's see this from Kareem's point of view. Is biotic grenade comes down. Stellar hit by it, just landed the shot.
Sit down.
Coming back here, but it's looking really good for the Valiant.
Kalex tried to boot Kareem there, no dice. Here comes the power driver, but in fact, Fiction sits safe and unperturbed behind the shield. KSF trying to find the pick here. He knows there's been a fade forward by them. More of it, but Persia can't get much done. That Supercharger doing a lot of work here. It's pretty tough for Boston to try and retake. Color Hex is off to the side there. You can see him on the trace. He'll go in for a dip his toes in the water, but he's not going to be allowed. Map 1, LA Valiant.
The Valiant really dominated on point 2. Point 1, rather close, goes down to the wire. Could have gone either way, but Space hits a big
nano boost here, but that biotic grenade is a little bit more concerning. He's going to try and play safe for the time being, which is frustrating. He wanted to get value out of the damage boost. Now he's hacked though. Needs to rely on the healing of Custer. Color Hex gets nano boosted this time, and he doesn't have a blade. He doesn't need it. A little bit more durability goes a long way here. Now wants to pressure Kareem down and without fusions, but Fact Fiction Agilities are on the point. Color Hex blocks the last little bit of the barrage and sends Agilities packing, but Space is in. What is going on in this fight? Now it's going to be Space and Fact Fiction trying to hold on to the point. It's going to be tank line v tank line here. Space does have to take a breather here, needs to use it immediately. Trying to pressure down the wrecking ball and get Blase out of the mech, and that's a good start. Now it's going to be Fusions versus Fact Fiction on the point. Minefield is thrown down, going to buy a little bit of space and time for the rest of the Valiant to get back, but not enough of either, perhaps, as the Uprising. They push through and take point A.
And now Boston, they're going to
The
get
longest staggers I think I've ever seen.
No one.
Imagine if you could heal your opponents. You can make that even worse. Agility's going aggressive now, force the fade out of the Moira. Persia now is a little bit less safe. He misses the rocket punch here. Doesn't matter. Fact Fiction holding the fort down, getting rid of fusions first. That Discord orb from Customat, setting up the kills for Fact Fiction. Defensive self-destruct, back at the point. Space! What a big brain on that guy. Sends it back to the point because he knows the Boston Uprising, they had to step on it. He gave them no choice and they knew it was a lose-lose. Discord orb on fusions will send him packing, and the Uprising gonna have to settle for just point A being captured at this stage. Not much to be done. Stellar will sneak on there invisible. Custer wondering why the heck the point, the round hasn't ended yet. Now he knows.
Custer's all smiles on the stage, you see.
That's filthy. Space getting rid of Color Hex early just makes things even worse for the Uprising. KSF's gonna be hitting really hard after spending some time on that shield fusion. Melted! Still alive, but only for just a moment.
I was going to say, you start getting the primary fire on some of these barriers, and you can just start chunking players down. I mean,
oh gosh! Somebody stop this guy! Oh, and the plasma cutter is unleashed on the Boston Uprising. Supercharger, can they get value out of that? They now have a Widowmaker in play. KSF switches off the Reaper. Here we go, Supercharger laid down. Kalex taken out. That was the problem for the Valiant in the previous fight. This might be where they begin. Agilities wants to wrap around the side. He's going to run into Arnie here, but thankfully, Persia has no time to pay him any attention. Here comes a Blizzard. Persia frozen and taken down. It is going to be a Blizzard coming out from Stellar though, but he went down before the fight really started, and there it is. The Valiant finally come up with the answer. It was a switch to Widowmaker. Play off.
We've located Buggy. In now on Hopper shoot.
Oh, Persia! You're filthy!
Get him, Persia!
You're nasty, boy! Persia in the back line, and now that makes things a little bit scary for the Uprising. They lose a player. There's also a Zenyatta behind him who'd be nasty.
You know what Huck did at halftime? He just started to play some sideshow bots, and he was like, Persia, this is what we need you to do.
The last thing we need is people encouraging him more.
We need you to get on the flank, and it opens it up, though. Why not?
Astonishing!
The Valiant will try and fight this though.
Dragon Strike. Just to force the Uprising out of the way. Those health bars are looking a little low though. Amplification Matrix essentially shut down, but the payload's getting there! And the Valiant let it happen!
This is not good for the Valiant. Like we saw at the beginning though, the Boston Uprising have not won this map. And they are making it look...
After he gets unfrozen, gets caught back, goes for the take a breather. Here comes the Dragon. And it is the Uprising coming out on top here. The trades are looking good, and KSF, well, he's probably been in his own head ever since the Zenyatta incident.
They may not even get Fusions back in the fight as he's coming off the spawn, but they may not even need it, the supercharger to push it on through. That'll be a contest that comes in late here from Faction.
Immortality Field, how annoying! Agilities has to get rid of it first. Amplification Matrix is not enough. Space, it was off the card.
Now Boss got nothing, so you're able to use it as you would want. If both superchargers comes down, that'll be a Color Hex Dragon Strike through the wall.
KSF finds the kill, but Persia was already able to do damage getting rid of that Immortality Field and Faction. A very deep Amplification Matrix as well. See where it's placed. Valley maybe weren't able to really do too much with that one. They still want to chase Blase though. Stella's got to be an issue in and of itself. Wall comes up. Agilities realizes it needs to be dropped. And the Valiant now can just apply spawn pressure. They get the point, but Matt, their time...
That Transcendence pretty much puts you in the same spot. Stellar will use his Blizzard. This will be Transcendence from Kareem.
There's no one.
Keep everybody alive.
No one really gets caught by that one at all. The Transcendence was good, but the only player that was inside the Blizzard was Faction, and that was voluntarily. They have lost agility. So Fusions, oh, it's the Discord or Kareem takes care of business himself. And now in Faction getting it done in the main. It's going to be Blase having to flank around now with that whole hog. He gets rid of that Immortality Field, but that will be all.
That'll be point two.
Two shields thrown up here. Hulk forks to come. Faction, he gets eaten for dinner. And now, I mean, the Valiant have to double down. They have no choice but to try and commit to this fight, but Space can't find a target. That Amplification Matrix gets very little value, and here comes the double Dragon. Blase finds two, whole hog to start it off. And the Boston Uprising, nicely done from them. A fantastic attack followed up with an absolutely solid defense. And they will keep their heads above water. They will stay alive. And the Fuel and the Eternal look on. And they also are pleased.
Boston gets the map win there, which is great for Paris and Dallas.
Long enough anymore. That payload's still advancing. The Valiant have to actually dig their heels in here and commit to a fight. Maybe it happens here. Wall comes up, Stellar via Agilities. That's been the headline matchup in the May roll.
Heart's going right in.
Yeah, Kellex almost gets it there. Now comes an Immortality Field out, but Agilities didn't get the memo. He wasn't there in time. And the Valiant are not looking good for them right now. Kareem has to take refuge now back towards, away from the point, and yeah, they walk it in.
This isn't good for the Valiant.
Not a good start at all.
No, they got rolled on a little bit, like the wrong way. It's kind of what it looks like now for the Valiant. That they're just kind of telling go with the Blizzard.
Oh, there it is. Eat on the Dragon Strike. That might help things a lot here for the Valiant. They needed something to stem the bleeding. They pull them out of this nosedive, and they found it.
You needed a play. You needed anybody to make a play there. That's not good there for Boston. They're going to Blizzard right away.
Oh,
they get a pick on a Kareem.
Perfect timing.
Too.
Just as the Valiant was starting to get aggressive, the Uprising bait them into it. It's sloppy from Los Angeles to try and go aggressive after that. And they walk straight into the Blizzard, not looking good now.
No one can
That is
hide.
probably not intentional there from the Uprising to get first picked off first, but they have an advantage there. They use the Blizzard. They catch the poking out a little too far.
Got space. It's just him. D-Suiter onto the point. Supercharges there. Fusions mows KSF down as he tries to step up. Big mistake, Los Angeles. They thought they had the fight win. Direct to this basket. Holt, hook, space caught, and Matrix. This is nasty. He gets completely cut down, but KSF was able to find Fusions. This is an absolute fiesta right now. But the Valiant looks like this is where they're more comfortable. KSF gets Color Hex on the drive-by. And the Valiant have 4.5 minutes to go. I mean, it's not...
Ooh, Fusions makes it out, but
It's only
he split
Fusions,
off
though.
of the rest of the team. They make quick work of Fusions in the Supercharger. The Matrix
What a
lay down
wall.
here too, so you're going to be able to get this clean up. If you're the Valiant, and you're going to be able to get point B.
Oh, it's an honest day to
Continue to
work
move
for KSF off the farm. And he's dropping the twinings. This one, it has to be perfect. Here it goes. Kellex pushed away. He's down. Persia, will he fall as well? He will. Kareem finishes off with a headshot. That's a hook from space. One more now. Blase needs to be dealt with. He's out of the mech. And he's removed. Payload sailing home, and the Valiant, they keep the dream alive. ASF trying to take the safe angle, trying to put the Uprising in a position they can't get out of. Dragonstrike cuts them apart. Here's an amplification matrix now. Holt catches agilities. He might have to ice block this. Fusions is also looking pretty average. Space gets hooked in as Blase. Sorry, they got hooked in. Kareem's down though. No Zenyatta right now for the Valiant. They have to get it done without him. Blizzard now in the backline. It's gotten Persia. Kellex, he can't get out of it either. The backline of the Uprising is frozen solid. And the Valiant get it done. They push. And there, they've lost Custer. They need to get it done with just 5. Fact Fiction, big damage from the Dragonstrike. He has to hide behind the payload. Kalahek's getting rid of Kareem here, and he'll drop behind. Try and finish off a couple more of these kills, and it's sad to say for Valiant fans, but that's where their run ends.
It is an unreal run, though.
KSF playing very safe on this corner. That Holt could have been a problem there. For Fact Fiction, it was very low. KSF trying to make the play. Flanks around, knows the Roadhog was there. There's too much threat. Fusions also very low on health. There's Stella! It's a 1-for-1 trade though. Fact Fiction is down. The Valiant now need to do it without a shield of Blase. No! He forces him out of the way, but it's still overtime.
They're not gonna get time.
They got the checkpoint. It doesn't matter at all. The Valiant don't care. The door's open, and the way is clear for the Valiant to keep making their way to our playoffs. The Uprising.